Hello everyone. This video is going to be different than normal. Today, we're going to be talking about the recent UPS MD-11 crash that happened in Louisville today. And this is absolutely like fresh. This is just recent breaking news that I came across. So a UPS McDonnell Douglas MD-11 freighter crashed in Louisville, Kentucky today, Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport, inbound for Honolulu Airport in Hawaii, and it's, it's just devastating, honestly. This is like the second air crash or major aviation incident on US soil since the late January American Airlines Potomac River midair collision that happened in DCA like nearly a year ago. But we are met with unfortunate news. So this is an article, or this is like the website I found on Simple Flying. UPS McDonnell Douglas MD-11 crashed during takeoff in Louisville, and yeah, there's like a picture of what happened. So I don't want to show you guys the full video of this, pretty much this video right here because it's tragic, honestly. I don't even have words on like what happened, but from the video, especially with this picture, it turns out there was an engine fire on the number one engine, and the aircraft was really started to become like less maneuverable to control. It stalled and then it just like crashed into some like petroleum area where toxic gas started spreading out everywhere. Yeah. So a McDonnell Douglas MD-11 operated by UPS crashed near Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport on Tuesday, according to multiple reports. Flight data suggested the aircraft bound for Honolulu made an impact south of the airfield around 1713 Eastern Standard Time. So that's like around 4 uh 5 o'clock, 5:13 in the eastern part of the U.S. There were three crew members on board. Presumably, that I don't think the crew members survived that crash, which is sad. And after the crash, a plume of black smoke billowed into the sky, and there were a couple of injuries that were reported according to local police. But still, it's just the number of casualties is still it's still being numbered, but I'd assume that all of the three crew members on board that MD-11 did not survive. So this is the aircraft registration. So Flight Radar 24 data shows that the aircraft registered November 259 Uniform Papa was operating as Flight 2976. It departed on runway 17 right at approximately 1722, so 512. A passenger on another flight caught the ordeal on camera, showing the aircraft on fire as it struggled to gain altitude. Data indicates that the MD-11 reached about a speed of 211 miles per hour or 184 knots, but the footage showed that it never lifted off the runway. The aircraft subsequently crashed and exploded, sending a large cloud of flames and smoke into the sky. That's a man over there. So that's pretty much what happened, and the cause of the crash is unknown at this time as officials investigate. It's also unclear whether or where the fire may have originated from. According to Louisville local affiliate WDRB, police and fire crews received a call about a plane crash near SDF, so that's like the airport code of Louisville Muhammad Ali, or KSDF, just after 1700 or 5 o'clock in that case. Due to the explosion, a shelter-in-place order was reported issued just after 5:30 or 17:30, concerning all areas within 5 miles of the airport. About 30 minutes later, the order was expanded to include all surrounding areas north of the airport, extending to the Ohio River. A UPS spokesperson confirmed that the crash is a statement to Simple Flying on Tuesday. So here's the quote right here. At approximately 5:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, perhaps Eastern Time tonight, UPS Flight 2976 from Louisville, Kentucky to Honolulu, Hawaii, a MD-11 with three crew members aboard, was involved in an accident in Louisville. At this time, we have no confirmed injuries, and we have not confirmed any injuries or casualties. So, with every aviation incident, whether it's been major or minor, the NTSB is going to be coming to that specific location and investigate all the clues that happened that caused this crash. So UPS confirmed that the NTSB will conduct a probe into the crash and will be the primary source of information about the official investigation. The FAA, or Federal Aviation Administration, also told Simple Flying that it will partner with the NTSB. So that's all of like what is being seen on this article from Simple Flying, but I also did found some like all other sources as well. Like I have this Wikipedia article. You like ever since the crash happened, this article or link has been updated for like I don't know how many seconds, but like 1 to 2 seconds because like they're getting as much information as they can. So as I refreshed, there was a previous picture, but now they showed a different picture over here. So so it was a scheduled cargo flight. So this is the Wikipedia article of UPS flight 2976. It was a flight from Louisville Muhammad Ali to Daniel K. Inouye International Airport in Honolulu. I don't really have words about this. Like it's just sad, honestly. Of course, Louisville Muhammad Ali Airport is considered to be UPS's mega hub, and yeah, it crashed at the location of Worldport, an international hub for UPS flights. Footage of the accident showed that the aircraft's left engine on fire before the impact. So I did mention that there was a fire on the number one engine of the MD-11. It hit multiple buildings, and they were destroyed. And there were reports of people being trapped. UPS had 3 crew members. I think I already talked about this already. So yeah, so there were 3 occupants on board, which is 3 crew on this flight, which presumably they may have not survived this crash considering the impact. Considering the videos I saw, I don't think that was a survivable crash for the pilots. So all my thoughts and prayers goes out to them. It's just really, really sad. Of course, this aircraft used to operate for Thai Airways, so I do have like um and I don't want to go over like in a way like all the various like details. So let me see if I can try to like okay, that's my now vlog. Um, I want to try and like looking for okay. So here is like pictures of like the screenshot or the screenshot. I'll show you guys what I found on planespotters.net. So here is the information of November 5259er uniform Papa. The manufacturer serial number was 48417. Line number is 467. The age of the aircraft was 34.4 years at the end of its life. And of course, the status says that the plane was written off. And during the early years when she was a passenger plane, this aircraft used to operate for Thai Airways as Hotel Sierra Tango Mike Echo. It was delivered on July 15th of 1991 and was withdrawn from use from in February 2006, and then she was delivered to UPS on June 29th of 2006, where she's converted into the freighter. And of course, like it crashed today on November 4th of 2025 at Louisville SDF Airport. And here's like the information right here. So the left engine apparently had engulfing flames during takeoff. The aircraft was unable to gain height and crashed into a built-up area beyond the runway, bursting into flames. Initial media coverage shows that the left engine, of course, like the left engine cowling remains besides the runway with other engine debris. So yeah, 34 years. I mean, like it at that point, like that's kind of like the usual age for like a passenger plane to retire. But since this is a cargo airplane, they usually would stick on the ground much longer. So you would see why FedEx and UPS would keep these planes for like these old airplanes for so many years. So yeah, that's why you see UPS MD-11s, FedEx MD-11s during this time. It's just come to crazy. It's crazy to think that. I think 16 years was the last time we had a MD-11 crash. The only MD-11 crash I can think of was that FedEx MD-11 crash at Tokyo Narita. I think that what happened is like the plane bounced and then it just like it was unstable on approach, so therefore it crashed. So, I mean, the MD-11, I'll say it is a nice airplane, the trijet, and it's a much more, it's kind of like a safer version of the DC-10, but with all, of course, the various avionics and all the flight computers. But it's crazy to think. Once again, 16 years since we never had a MD-11 crash, and then here we are today with another one. I'm just beyond words. And this is literally, again, as mentioned before, this is the second major aviation disaster in 2025 on U.S. soil since the Potomac River midair collision that happened in late January 2025 with an American Eagle Bombardier CRJ 700 colliding with a Black Hawk helicopter. Yeah, I've covered a similar crash like this with the Air India Flight 171 crash in India with the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. So, yeah, it's kind of like a some similar video to what you're seeing. So, again, I'm just beyond words. This tragic. I don't even know what to say. And then here's like a article from NBC News. Again, it talks about like all the details that happen with the crash and everything. There's another video. I really don't want to play this video, but it's just I again, it's just too tragic. And then here are some more videos where the smoke that's pluming out of the sky right there. And yeah. And then here is their local, I think this is one of their local news in Kentucky, in Louisville. And then, yeah, just all like the various like videos. And this is kind of like the aftermath of the crash. As you can see, there was like residential area over there. The plane may have like I, what I saw from the video, the plane ended up banking to the left before colliding into all these like residential areas, like parking, like cars, all like the industrial stuff. There was like a semi truck industrial area over there. Uh, I just don't have any words, honestly. It's just tragic to hear that we have another crash on U.S. soil, and this just happened ever since the one that happened in DCA just months ago. I don't even have words, and I literally found this out after I was like flying today. Like I just came back from a solo cross country flight I did, and after that I was like this. I just found this out on Instagram that a this NB11 crashed, and it's just I don't really have any words to be honest. Like I can't believe like it's 16 years have passed and now we just have a another MD-11 crash. These planes are just really majestic for plane spotters because of its like three engines. You don't see that many three engines nowadays on like aircrafts like this. So these are like legendary. Honestly, I would say these are like legendary birds. They're like an icon to like McDonnell Douglas in a way. But you know, all I can really say is it's just it happens. It is what it is. Everybody knows that like airplanes are safe to fly, but any little thing, whether it's like a mechanical failure, a bolt coming off in an airplane, or anything in particular that can like have an effect on flying, can meet with a lot of consequences. And it's just sad to see that I'm covering this, and it's just like really unfortunate to be honest for all the people in Louisville and all the victims of like the victims' families on this crash. Once again, all my thoughts and prayers goes out to all of the families of the victims from that plane and everybody in the Louisville community as they like I don't know. It's sad to see. And honestly, it's how it is to be honest. It's just that's how life goes, honestly. Like you would never know whether you're going to be living the next day or not. It's just life can just be cut short in just a split of a second. And it's caused by any misleading thing, especially with the aviation industry. Even for just a minor incident or major, it's always like something that the FAA or the NTSB or anything in the aviation industry has to like follow. It's all about safety, honestly. And of course, the US is considered to be one of the best place to fly, of course, with everything. And yeah, it's just like I don't even know what to say about this crash. Like again, this just happened minutes ago, or in this case, an hour ago for me. But again, I just don't have words, and yeah, it's just tragic. So all my thoughts and prayers goes out to everybody involved in the all the families victims involved in this crash, and everybody from UPS and everybody in Louisville as they go through this tragic event. Just have no words, everybody. I just have no words. But yeah, when I saying it's what it is. No words. Just it is what it is. Tragedy happens every single day, and there's nothing we can do about it. So, yes, nothing. Absolutely nothing is gonna, like, nothing's gonna change. It is what it is.